In agricultural news from agview.net, the Environmental Protection Agency has published the final rule repealing the Waters of the U.S. rule. The EPA and the Army Corps of Engineers efforts to repeal and return the law to provisions in place prior to 2015. Now, this new rule will go into effect on December 23rd of this year, but legal challenges expected from environmental groups. First announced in September, the American Farm Bureau Federation at the time called the rule a victory for farmers and ranchers. The EPA attributed the repeal to 4 factors. First, the agency says the 2015 rule did not implement the legal limits on the scope of the agency's authority under the Clean Water Act as intended by Congress. EPA also says the Obama-era rulemaking failed to adequately consider states' rights. The repeal, an effort by EPA to avoid the interpretations of the Clean Water Act that pushed the envelope of their constitutional and statutory authority. Lastly, the EPA and the Army Corps conclude that the 2015 rules of distance-based limitations suffered from certain procedural errors and a lack of adequate record support. Well, new legislation in the U.S. Senate would support rural health care providers to deliver high-quality care. Introduced by Kansas Senator Pat Roberts and Nevada's Catherine Cortez Masto, the Rural ACO Improvement Act would fix a glitch in the program, according to those lawmakers. The legislation would change the Accountable Care Organizations, or ACO, reimbursement formula, which inadvertently punishes rural health care providers when they reduce costs. That bill would put rural providers on a level playing field with their urban counterparts, then ensure that all providers are rewarded equally for their work to deliver value in health care. ACOs are made up of groups of healthcare providers that share responsibility for providing coordinated care to patients, improve healthcare quality, and reduce unnecessary spending. When ACO provides work together to improve care and lower costs below what Medicare expected to spend, Medicare saves money. The healthcare providers in the ACOs are then able to receive a share of those savings. And congratulations to our friend Todd Domer of the Kansas Livestock Association as he's hanging up his spurs. So we wish you well at retirement, Todd, and we'll see you down the trail. Stay with us. We'll have more coming up.